Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. The center can no longer hold. Things are falling apart in William Ruto's government. Just yesterday, Health CS Nahumicha shocked very many Kenyans when she admitted in broad daylight that the government is too broke to remit funds to NHIF. And that was very much annoying because Kenyans on a monthly basis are contributing to that fund. So Kenyans are contributing, but when they go to the hospitals, the card cannot help them. And in the recent days, we have been seeing the government struggling on some of its obligations. Just last month, civil servants could not be paid their salaries. Schools are almost collapsing. County governments are almost collapsing. The government is not just functioning properly. 1 hour ago, as I speak, Raila Odinga, taking to his social media accounts, described the state of the nation. Ruto's government. Look at this. Raila Odinga, state of the nation. Then you are seeing a worn-out wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow that cannot actually serve its purpose at all. That's the state of the nation. And when Raila Odinga shares out such kind of a photo or an image, I'm very sure that Raila Odinga, through some reliable sources, knows exactly what might be happening in the government. And it's almost a fact that this is a worn-out government, a government that will completely not serve its purpose, just as that picture of the wheelbarrow. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand exactly what is happening behind the scenes. Before we do that, for those willing to contribute, send your contributions to the number below. So far, we have raised about 70,000 Kenya shillings. To be exact, 67,000 Kenya shillings. And we are still pushing. If you want to help Nordin undergo a kidney transplant, channel your contributions to the number below. Straight to our analysis now. That's the state of the nation. If you look at Ruto's government, I've always maintained here that if you want to see an example of a government that has failed, then you just have to look at Kenya's government. This one has failed badly. Just 8 months ago, the government was doing fine. Yes, just recently, 8 months ago when Uhuru Kenyatta was the president, the government was doing far much better than it is doing right now. 8 months down the line, for the very first time since independence, we have seen civil servants going without salary. We are seeing schools threatening to close down. We are seeing county governments closing down. The first time in the history of this nation, we are seeing very corrupt individuals. Some who had even been found guilty in court, and some huge amounts seized by asset recovery from them, we are seeing those amounts being returned to them. The very first time since independence, top government officials are branding the government as a shareholding government. If you never supported us, forget about government goodies. Since independence, for the very first time, we are seeing appointments being made by the president only going to one community, the Kalenjin nation. A government cannot succeed with all those ills. At a point, that government has to fail. And already we are seeing signs of failure. NHIF can no longer serve Kenyans. So Kenyans are contributing their money, but they're not getting services. Sooner or later, Kenyans will stop remitting their contributions to NHIF. They will stop. And that fund will just collapse that way. If you look at the size of the government itself, as I talk, William Ruto is hell-bent on creating unnecessary 50 positions, CAS positions, very unnecessary positions, just as I did explain in our earlier video. These are positions that will only but worsen the situation, in that taxpayers' money will be used to maintain those offices and to pay those individuals who some are non-corrupt individuals. And they will also use those offices to enrich themselves. That is a government that cannot actually survive. At one point, it must collapse. And now William Ruto sits in a very precarious situation, in that as his government fails to deliver, Kenyans are growing impatient with it. And that's why we are seeing people who supported Ruto, who voted for him, complaining that Ruto has shortchanged them. As time goes by, Kenyans will rebel against the government. Kenyans will take to the streets. There will be boycotts. There will be picketing, mass action. Ruto's government, if no miracle happens, is most likely a doomed government. It's a doomed government, ladies and gentlemen. As I conclude, if you look at William Ruto when he was campaigning, he made a lot of promises. In fact, he was promising heaven. It's very unfortunate that now as the president, he's not even delivering the clouds. So a good majority of Kenyans are very much disappointed. Those still thinking that the government will deliver, those are individuals living in their own worlds. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. But in case you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. To our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humble, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya. And just to remind those who wish to send a contribution, channel your contributions to the number below. Yes. Ruto's government is in ICU. Yes, it's just a matter of time before yes, some bad news are delivered. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.